everyone, and welcome to Global Industry Spotlight. My name is Daniel Crane, and I am the program director for the Center for Creative Entrepreneurship. And we are streaming live out of 2112, Chicago's first music, film, and tech incubator. I'm really excited about our guest today. We met first in California and are kind of a part of this music tech global community. It's great to have him. He's coming in live from Japan. The Global Industry Spotlight today is on Takayuki Suzuki. Taka is Managing Director of MusicTech Japan Initiative, where innovation meets across Japan and global. From his longtime career as music tech consultant based in Tokyo, he has extensive knowledge, experience, and network across Japan, US, EU, and China. His career has included roles as head of mobile at MTV Japan and most recently head of digital business development for Universal Music Japan. He is also an angel investor, guitarist, and ramen lover. I am very excited to bring in Taka today. Hi, Taka. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for joining us. In case people don't realize, it is 11 p.m. In Japan right now, and it is 9 a.m. in Chicago time. So I love the global connection and appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today. I would love to just kind of start off a little bit with how you got into, you know, running and working for MTV Mobile, and how your kind of journey into the digital tech music business.
Thank you. Firstly, so thank you very much for having me, and it is really kind of exciting to have a conversation with you. And also, I really have a huge respect to what you guys do. So yeah, this is really incredible opportunity for me.
Yeah.
I was kind of lucky because the I started the my career is just kind of same thing what I'm doing currently, like contents business with a cutting edge technology at that time. So my first career started from the karaoke at home. So company that I used to work at sell the set-top box for the home, and also the provide we sell the MIDI data, the karaoke music data, as a more like the paper sync,
Mhm.
like download MIDI data, but that was before internet. So that was kind of the digital phone network called ISDN. So that was kind of a long time ago. But and also the Powery. So we sell the information contents, like really kind of old school. This is really kind of big character, and also the colors, but the image is really low res. But so we partner with some magazine publishers to provide some contents, text contents for go outside of the weekend, and also some other relevant text contents from the beginning. So I think that this is essentially doing the same thing, and so this is really I feel I was lucky for that.
Yeah, and so that's wild. This is before the internet, as being kind of your introduction, and then talk about working for MTV. Obviously it's similar work as the head of mobile, and what you saw, the potential when you were when in that in that position.
Yeah. So MTV Japan, so I led mobile business, but the mobile business was really the different than the kind of US and the Western world. So I think the beginning of the mobile contents was like a SMS or the MMS, but
Hmm.
in Japan, so we already kind of providing the HTML based paper contents or the ringtone. So this was a really we believe the MTV Japan believe this could fit for the consumer in Japan, and also that have a huge potential as a new business wing of the MTV, and also that is really kind of also great content distribution to kind of a new younger audiences.
And kind of fast forwarding to now, and with Web3 technology and the metaverse, and we've definitely had this discussion before. Do you feel like that is the kind of next frontier in terms of tapping into a young market, as the new mobile, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah, right, right.
Of ways. Of course, it's a different technology, but in terms of just bringing people together, building community, talk about kind of how you see this connecting, or maybe not connecting to your work in the mobile market. With this new technology coming.
Yeah, definitely. So every time I say the music business is really kind of has been disrupted by the cutting edge technology every
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
But so music business and the artist itself is themselves really have a new expression way and also the new business model and also thriving to the next generation. And then so now we are seeing the kind of a boom of TikTok and of course YouTube short or something like that, and also the Web3 metaverse AI. But definitely, so if we find the new type of the artist, a new generation of artists in, for example, Web3 or the metaverse AI, that would be the tipping point for the new generation of the business model and the expression as well. So I think that maybe we're gonna see someone as something, and I think the 1 or 2 years. So that is a really the great the transition for the next generation. So now currently I'm really into the Web3 metaverse, but also the AI is really important. But so AI also leads to the kind of value of the blockchain if we try to do some protecting the existence kind of copyright or something. So this is really well connected, and also this is really we need to see the more like a streamline in terms of the not only for the business model or not only for the technology, but also the expression.
Yeah, I like how you connect both of those in terms of one, it being an important business aspect, but also for artists being a new way to express themselves.
Mm.
Kind of two sides of the coin, right?
Yep.
One, that the artist will be very interested in creating new ways to share their art or share their music, and from a business perspective, it can definitely help. Can you talk to us a little bit about what is how is Web3 or AI kind of changing the Japanese landscape,
Mm.
current? What are some of the use cases, or what are people talking about in Japan that they're excited about, or that they feel like is going to be a great use of AI or of Web3?
Yes. So for Web3, so I think the Web3 in general for the entertainment is a
Hmm.
really kind of the democratization for the business model. So we can choose we can build the way for engage and monetize with the audiences in our choice.
And
So
great.
not
So I'm going to stop you right there.
yeah, sorry,
Can
yeah.
you explain to our listeners what you feel like people will be able to monetize for someone that maybe is not really too familiar with the
Mm.
tools? What does that look like for an artist or a business?
Yeah. So Web3 is of course kind of based on the internet based on the blockchain, and the blockchain is basically sort of basically that we can provide any services without database we need built, right? So and also that we can move out the middleman platform as a middleman. So this is really how we this is completely changed how we engage the audiences, also the fan base, and also that we can collaborate even with them and to grow together. And then so what if we get the crowd funded the initiatives, the campaign through the blockchain without any platform or without any middleman. And then also that we can provide we call it the token gated experience. This is something like a membership. So if you have some token or the NFT or the something something necessary, so you can just automatically bring you into the exclusive the experience or the exclusive area. So that is going to be a new way to they give a membership, and then so that we can monetize without any restriction or without any the framework the made by the someone else.
Yeah, I love this idea, and I was talking to somebody about this at an event that we had 2 weeks ago, in terms of the power of, like, a community token,
Mm.
how, people being able to, buy a token and, as the community grows or as the movement grows or whatever you're working on, the value grows as well. And being that as a new way to connect community and also just be very unique and obvious and decentralized.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of artists that's an exciting aspect, right? Because for all of us, in any career, it's really about how do we build our community and keep our community.
Mhm.
So, for example, if you build your community on these larger platforms, Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, those things can always be taken away, right?
Yes.
Like those are the middlemen or
Mm.
middle women.
Yep.
So it's how do we actually create this direct connection,
Yeah.
uh, you know, that I think is a really interesting and important conversation.
Yeah, and the community token could also make a visibility for the any contribution inside of the community. So the maybe also we can just say thank you, or maybe we can the pay a salary
Hmm.
in that current business model. But now, so we have if we have a Web3 community on musicians or the artists or what any vertical, so we can if we get the kind of a token as a reward, so that also to make visibility for the my contribution to the community or the A people.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really yeah, it's exciting. And where do you think, I mean, there's been a lot of conversation obviously about AI. I see its use for artists and for small artist teams and in general for entrepreneurs, just as a way to streamline a lot of work, right? I mean, just on a basic level, being able to have a conversation with ChatGPT on, writing a bio, or what are some things I should focus on, in this subject matter. And even if you don't like the responses, it's a really helpful way to kind of get your own thoughts organized. What's your feeling? And obviously there's this big conversation about the AI song that's going to be, in the Grammys. What's your feeling about AI and its involvement in the music industry?
Yeah, of course. So the primary, so AI will be the really great tools for any creators, also the even established artists. So they can make a music, and also maybe also the upgrade the work any workflow in terms of the marketing and for like social media posting with maybe 60 languages or something, and also
Yeah.
that we can make some great images for the thumbnail of the social media post or the YouTube. So I think that this could be the really primal, the solid use case for the AI. But so of course, so the Meta and the Google, everyone try to make a text to music. So that is a really interesting idea. But for me, a little bit makes no sense, because if we make the prompt to make the great music, and we need to make a right word to compose the music, like kick drum with the 140 BPM, and also the solid guitar and the light percussion or something like that. That is necessary. The great knowledge and experience to make a music. That is really just for really knowledgeable musicians to text the music. But there may be more like if those platform build a multimodal LLM system. So maybe we can build, we can create some kind of a great 4-beat electronic dance music tracks, and the just perfect to following the previous A track. So I think that is a really great the maybe example for the producing music with the AI. So that is a really the difference than the kind of a texted music. But I really love to use that kind of the AI music creation for the in the next age. But also we need to we need to be aware that also the fear to recreate our voice or our guitar and
Yes.
our creation from the AI. So yeah, basically, so the voice of the singing is a relatively big the danger weapon because so it harms the likeness or the identity and also to make some kind of a propaganda or something like that. So I think
Yeah.
yeah, this could be the really the dangerous something in the really kind of it's already happening now, so we need to deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you touched on a couple things there. The first one that I think is interesting is that when we talk about the music industry, a lot of the time we talk about, musicians and people who have bands and people who are trying to, go on tour or make records. But then there's this whole other community of people who just like to make music for fun, or it's kind of like, they have their 9 to 5 thing and they come home and all of these music creation tools, I think, will have a lot of appeal to that base, which is probably a larger base than, most full-time musicians in terms of, providing access and fun in creating music.
Mm.
Um, and the other thing you touched on in terms of AI and just copyright infringements and people being able to, rip voices. Yeah, that is a very terrifying prospect with the whole idea of deep fake. Even on a political level, I know that there's been, that's already there. Like you said, it's places where people have done that on videos and caused, political issues. But yeah, it's interesting to me to think about how fast, in the last 20 years, the industry has really grown in terms of, these tools for access for people to create music and to build communities. Where, what, in terms of, because you're such a global figure and you understand, what's happening. Where do you think, are there countries or are there certain spaces that you feel are really doing this well or supporting the music tech sector that you like see as a model?
Mhm.
Yeah, I would just be curious your take on that.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. The I also have a huge respect to the European the initiatives in each countries for the music tech and also the gathering more be a hub for the entrepreneur
Mhm.
in the music business and also the tech area. So that is a really great. So and also we've already seen kind of successful cases like these are from France and the music's much from Spain, Italy, and also the other any other the Spanish startup for the sound capturing or something like that. So I think that this is really great to see those diverse country have global reach and also the global success in terms of the music tech. Of course, the US it has been the really center of the tech scene, and also I've seen lots of the interesting the also the great startups from there. But also
Mhm.
that I really see the interesting that so some US startups I really see the more like a potential for the anime or the VTubing, which is a CGI character
Mhm.
YouTube star type of the platform are coming from the US market.
Hmm.
So this is really interesting move into the Japanese narratives has been already kind of penetrated to the global market and the global entrepreneur, and also now the US entrepreneur was a European entrepreneur try to also the dig in those the Japanese anime type of the business.
Well, what's the show One Piece that just premiered on Netflix?
Hmm.
I mean, it's not, and I never even heard of it. And I mean, it's a massive global phenomenon. And it was incredible. It was an incredible program. I was like, this narrative is really, really good.
Hmm.
That's interesting. And what is the focus? Or do you see in Japan in terms of music technology? What do you think people are interested? Is it different? Is it the same? What are the consumers interested in? What are the businesses interested in?
Yep. So yeah, definitely. So still, Japan is the physical like CD centric market, and so digital is a really kind of growing, especially in during the COVID. But so there was slightly kind of pricing point gap. Like a CD is a really expensive
Yeah.
product still, but streaming is a same price point in the Western world. But so now so as you already know, the really kind of the place where the music break is really kind of a TikTok or the YouTube short. Like
Hmm.
every girls or the boys dancing with the
Hmm.
short music, or the often they speed up the each track, and
Right.
also the dancing the funny like funny. But
Yeah.
now the Japanese startup called product InSync is something like a TikTok dance training app. So which enabling those the dance movements with some kind of AI detection of the movement to train and also the advice for the make the users dance better. And also this is something also that leads to the J-pop, K-pop dancing movements. So I think the East Asia or maybe Southeast Asia is really kind of the have a magnitude of the breaking the music from the dancing. So I think that this is really the unique narratives for the music tech scene.
Yeah, and it's been interesting. I've heard that from a global music standpoint, that there's been a shift where majority of like number one, like top 40 artists for each country have been focused in, like Western, and now the top artists are from the countries, right? So there's kind of this what was the globalization? I think was the term that someone used. I think it was someone from Media Research, in terms of you know uh, these artists being now, because of technology, being able to build careers, people have access. It's not so Western focused. And when I heard you talking about the idea of you know the dancing and how fun that is to watch and engage, and for kids, or even for adults as well, it's interesting how it feels a lot like just this technology is all about engaging content creation, right? It's
Yeah,
like
right.
how can we build a technology that is fun to use and you can build a community around, basically. um, Seems to be like the theme with all of these platforms, especially with TikTok. So when you mention so in Japan, people are still the CD market is still really big, is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay,
Yes. Right. Correct.
interesting.
Mhm.
Because I also know that the vinyl market is big too, in
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's so kind of vibrant, but maybe the vinyl market is in Japanese market is really following the US
Mm,
the revival of the vinyl, and
right.
then also we have some kind of a great golden era in the music scene, like in the 70s or the 80s in some point. So now the all of the artists of the label reissue as a vinyl
Yeah.
for the in the current the audience.
Yeah, that's been a big reissuing has been feels like a big business now,
Yeah.
with all of these kind of records from that time, like from the 70s and 80s. I know there's a bunch of Brazilian records that have kind of been reissued that are getting global success. Um, So, in terms of, I would love to hear a little bit about, and we're really excited to be a partner with MusicTech Japan, 2112 and the Center for Creative Entrepreneurship. Can you tell us a little bit about, what MusicTech Japan is? What are some of the goals that you're looking for, and how can we? And I'm going to put the website below for everyone. How can we stay in touch? What are some of the things you guys are doing?
Great, thank you very much. So, yeah, Music Tech Japan has our goal is to connect the Japanese music tech startup to the global scene, like you and the 2112, and also the other partners, also our other ecosystem, like music business guys in US or the Europe and other Asian territory. But also so we just in Japanese market, we seen the Japanese version of the A service in the US, or the B type of the B type of the Japanese service of the B service in the Western, something like that. So we are really carefully curate and pick the product or the startups who can contribute or the shaping together for the global music ecosystem, and then so we support to connect and also to make some partnership or to make some deals and also the pitch or something. And so we the pushing them to the global scene. That is our goal. So that is the reason why I am really thrilled. I was really thrilled to have a partnership with you and also the other the Music Tech Hub or the Creative Entrepreneurship Hub.
Yeah, it's a really great community, and I had the thanks to Jerome and Coralie for bringing me out to California. It was really nice to talk with you and meet you, and then some of the other hubs and as well, and learn about where the connection pieces are and what are some of the issues in terms of how to evolve the sector. And definitely love the in-person conversations. So it's great, and congratulations on starting this new initiative. I think it's going to be it's wonderful to see that, and I love the idea of just this community growing, from different countries, and it really being a global network for for entrepreneurs and people who are building the next tools to have the ability to go global if they want to, or at least to learn about what that means, or to learn about what are some of the opportunity spaces and what are some of the things that are challenges when you are trying to expand out of your own country. So as somebody that seems to have kind of been at the forefront of technology for a long time, how do you deal with fear or doubt in your career as you're kind of entering all of these new spaces?
Mm. Thank you. So yeah, this is really kind of a great question. So I've been really try to something describe how I do that. But basically, so I really love to the foresee the A technology the we can shape together for the future of the music business or the kind of entertainment. So that is really kind of a relevant the connecting to the so my theory like so the music has been disrupted and also the thriving with the new business model, new expression. So if we the work with the some kind of startups with the new technology, but also I would ask to the founder. So you need have just only two things. If you try to work with the big artist or the big label, so you need to your service can generate incremental revenue, not just moving out of the money from the A point to B point.
Hmm.
It is out of the same pocket. So this doesn't work. So you need to bring some kind of incremental revenue. Second one is really so your product make the artist audience or the fan base make them fun. So that is a really simple, but
Yeah.
this is really important theory. So if you have, if the product have the fill out the two, so that's going to be a really perfect service. But even one is enough to start a conversation.
Yeah, that's a great. Yeah, those are great points, and I think it is something that the fun part seems very simple, but
Mm.
it's very essential.
Yeah,
In
very essential, but
terms
it's not easy. I know
yeah, it's not easy, right?
it's not easy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, just the user experience to create something that is fun and seamless is definitely a challenge. Um, can you give us a suggestion of a book or a blog or a podcast or something that you follow that inspires you either personally or in your career?
Yep. Okay, so I would like to recommend a book called the Pirate's Dilemma. The subtitle is How Youth Culture is Reinventing Capitalism. So
Mm,
that is my really favorite book. This also documenting really the number of the transitions, like how pirate radio in UK reshaped the dance music scene, or the Napster disrupted music business, but evolving into the streaming services, and also the even radio. The ones they break the 7-inch the jukebox market, and also of course. So as you know, so there is a song like a video kills radio star. So this is something. So this is a book documenting those
Yeah.
transition. But most of the transitions start. Its beginning is like not perfectly legal or the perfectly white. So this is something like an underground or
Yeah.
the other kind of the gray area. So that is really exciting for me. Even so, I would not recommend so the pirate things, but also the in history. So we are seeing it's really kind of common that even YouTube has been really some point. So the music industry is sets it's really pirates the video services, something like that. So that is a really important part. So I would like to mention we should be more brave to do something new, but also that we should care about the, of course, legitimate or the legal. But so that we should be more brave for the new technology.
Yeah, yeah, it's being on that line, right? Of pushing the boundaries. I mean, I definitely I was in college when Napster hit. I mean, and it was Napster and LimeWire, and we were basically downloading music all day. We would, I'd wake up in the morning, hear about a track, download it, go to class, and then it would all be downloaded by the time I got back from class.
Mhm.
And it was it was amazing the amount of music, and like you said, like underground hits and things that I'd never heard about before that I could find, and how that was completely illegal at the time.
Right, right.
And how that then became, what we have today, which is also a model that's not really working out in a lot of people, and there's a lot of discussion about that. Uh, but those are great suggestions. I love the first one. I definitely want to check that out. Well, Taka, I really appreciate you joining me today. I'm glad that we're partners. 2112 Center for Creative Entrepreneurship, MusicTech Japan. We're part of this global community. It's great to see you. Thank you for talking to me so late at night in Japan. I appreciate that. And yeah, what anything upcoming that we should know about from your end?
Yeah, so I think I would like to share the one upcoming initiative called Music NFT Day. We're gonna organize the festival slash conference in Shibuya, Tokyo, in November 5th. That's gonna be a NFT version of the record store day. So we already kind of partner with 7 platforms from the 5 countries: Singapore, Korea, and Sweden, and Spain, and Japan. So yeah, this is gonna be more like a bigger events. So now we are in discussion with the other partners. But so music NFT is really kind of a still the underground world in some point. But so the blockchain or the Web3 for the music is, as I mentioned, really the democratization, how we engage and how we monetize. So I would like to celebrate and also the embrace the new way for the artists and also the label, the relevant people. So yeah, so Music NFT Day is going to be a really kind of a unique initiatives for the globally. So let's check it out.
Yeah, that sounds great. I love the concept and the idea. Well, yeah. So again, I'm going to put this Music Tech Japan, the website below. Please check it out. If you have any questions about what Taka's doing, or are interested, please reach out to us. We're happy to have him as a partner, and be connected globally. Well, again, thank you so much, Taka.
Thank you very much.
What a great conversation. I am always excited about the fact of connecting with people on a global level. Meeting Taka at California and some of the other partners there, there's a lot of really interesting conversations, ideas, thoughts about where music tech is going, how we can support the ecosystem, how we can connect with each other to help build the new technologies. I loved his suggestion of a book that basically talks about how youth culture is always pushing the next new technology. So I definitely want to check that out. Again, my name is Daniel Crane. I am the program director for the Center for Creative Entrepreneurship, and you have been listening to Global Industry Spotlight, a conversational series where we talk with organizations, entrepreneurs, businesses, startups, and learn about their work in the creative industries. We are streaming live out of the Comcast Business Startup Studio, located in 2112, Chicago's first music Film and Tech Incubator. This this segment was sponsored by Dell Technologies. We have some exciting events coming up. The Music Bloom is continuing its journey through Chicago neighborhoods. On October 20th, we will be in Hyde Park. On November 14th, we will be at the Segundo Ruiz Belva Center in Hermosa Park. And then mark your calendars, December 3rd, we're doing the Music Bloom Summit, which will be a music showcase, music tech pitches, a resource fair, and really a coming together of Chicago's incredible music and tech ecosystem. I'm wishing everyone a wonderful end to their week. We will talk with you soon. And again, check out what Taka's doing in MusicTech Japan. It's really, really cool to see and learn about all of the different work happening out there in the world. Take care.